We have some breaking news. It's coming in. Karnataka Assembly suspends 18 BJP MLAs. 18 BJP MLAs have been suspended for disruption and heckling in the parliament. Action against BJP MLAs who stormed the well of the House. This is action in the case where the Cooperation Minister K.N. Rajanna has claimed that 48 people have been caught in the scandal of honey trapping. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has defended the government as chaos prevailed in the State Assembly today after the revelation of Cooperation Minister K.N. Rajanna's allegations that 48 people have fallen victim to honey traps in the state. And he's also claimed, as we can see in the video, someone holding a CD saying that obscene videos have been circulated of the 48 people who've been caught in the honey trap scandal. Now, after this entire incident, Karnataka Assembly has suspended 18 BJP MLAs and they've been suspended over disruption and heckling in the Karnataka Assembly. Now, earlier in the Assembly, Ruckus had erupted in the Assembly as BJP MLAs entered the well of the House and also tore and threw papers before the Speaker's chair. My colleague Nagarjun is joining me on the phone line with more details. Nagarjun, we're seeing that after the entire ruckus that took place in the Karnataka Assembly, 18 BJP MLAs have been suspended. Give us more details on who these BJP MLAs are.
The Speaker, in fact, warned the 18 MLAs and the government moved the resolution asking the Speaker to suspend 18 BJP MLAs in the morning who tore the papers and threw it on the Speaker's chair. Speaker also noticed that during giving in, passing the motion or approving the resolution, he said that the chair has been disrespected and the chair was heckled and this can't be tolerated, and hence he would be suspending 18 such people from the opposition for 6 months. These are all former Deputy CM Ashwath Narayan, S.R. Vishwanath, M.R. Patil, Chanbasappa Channi, Suresh Gowda, Omanath Kotian, Sharanu Salgar, Dr. Shailendra, C.K. Ramurthy, Yashpal Suvarna, B.P. Harish, Bharat Shetty, Muniratna, Basavaraju Matimud, Dheeraj Muniraju, and Dr. Chandru Lamani. These 18 of them would be suspended for the next 6 months. As of now, they're still inside the House, but any moment the marshals will be picking them up and putting them out of the Assembly is what we are told.
Right. Thanks, Nagarjun, for bringing us those details on that story. We have some more breaking news coming in. Let's look at it. The showdown over honey trap scandal escalates. BJP demands Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's resignation in the entire matter. The leader of opposition in the Assembly has said that Siddaramaiah must step down, demanding for his resignation. He said Karnataka minister has been named in the scandal. The showdown over the honey trap scandal is escalating, with the BJP demanding Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's resignation. This is after Minister K.N. Rajanna had claimed that 48 people have fallen victim to a honey trap scandal and the videos of which have been circulated. Now, after the entire incident, the BJP is demanding for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to step down, to resign, saying that Siddaramaiah must step down and the Karnataka minister has been named in the scandal. My colleague Anaga Keshav is joining me live on the broadcast with more details. Anaga, what more can you tell us that the BJP is demanding in this entire case, saying that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah must step down?
Well, at this point, the BJP is demanding for a high-level probe that's headed by a retired High Court judge or for a direct judicial inquiry is what the BJP is demanding at this point. But the Congress Speaker, now he has stated that the entire House and the government is deeply pained by the events that took place this morning. A never-seen-before kind of heckle that went down in today's Karnataka Assembly. 18 MLAs have been suspended from the Assembly for 6 months. It's quite unprecedented looking at what's happening in the Assembly. For 6 months, 18 MLAs have been resigned, and all those MLAs that we're talking about have heckled the Speaker, thrown books at him, torn papers and tried to smash those papers on the Speaker's face, while all the Congress MLAs tried to protect the Chief Minister who was seated. The entire BJP cadre, the entire BJP MLAs, they got down to the floor of the House, tried to heckle the Speaker, got on top of the Speaker's chair, demanding, protesting for a judicial inquiry and for immediate action to be taken on the honey trap case. While the government tried to assure the BJP by stating that this matter will be taken up, the BJP said that it does not trust Congress on this matter and they want this matter to be taken up immediately for probing. While the Home Minister, Dr. G. Parameshwar, stated that K.N. Rajanna, who was actually the first one to come out and openly admit that he is a victim in honey trapping case, is yet to formally file a complaint, and post that matter will be taken up. But the BJP says that for the Congress, its main intention is only for the appeasement of minorities, while not agreeing to probe the matter. The Congress has passed 2 bills on the floor of the House, so we want this honey trap matter to be taken up immediately, is what the BJP demanded.
Right, thanks Anaga for bringing us those details on that story. The BJP now demanding for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah's resignation after the entire honey trap scandal has rocked Karnataka and the entire ruckus that took place in the Karnataka Assembly earlier. Now, honey trap scandal has rocked Karnataka. Karnataka minister's honey trap claim triggered a big showdown in the State Assembly today. While a probe has been ordered, the Chief Minister responded to the scandal in the Vidhana Soudha. Siddaramaiah says names of no ministers or netas have been revealed yet and assures an impartial probe into the matter. Siddaramaiah also says no one will be spared and claims the government is not shielding anyone. High drama erupted in the Assembly. The BJP MLAs stormed the well of the House, demanding the Congress government reveal what actions have been taken, while the opposition also alleged the honey trap CDs in the House. Flaunted the CD in the House. The BJP has now demanded a CBI probe in the honey trap issue, calling it a serious threat to democracy. It all began when Karnataka Cooperative Minister K.N. Rajanna admitted in the Assembly yesterday that at least 48 politicians, including central leaders, had been caught in honey traps, and says CDs and pen drives of all those caught in the trap are available.
Honey trap agide anta helidare. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರು ಸದನದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು, ಅವರು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಉನ್ನತ ಮಟ್ಟದ ತನಿಖೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರನ್ನು ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರ್ದಾರು ಹಕ್ಕುಚ್ಯುತಿ ಮಾಡತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಾಗಲಿ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಕೊಡದೇ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದಾಗಲಿ, ಆ ಕಡೆ MLAಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಕಡೆ MLAಗಳಿರ್ಬೋದು, JDSನವರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಾಗರಿಕರಿಗೂ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಯಾರೇ ಕಾನೂನನ್ನ ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು, ಕಾನೂನು ರೀತಿಯ ಕ್ರಮ ಆಗಲೇಬೇಕು. ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಉದ್ಭವ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಿಗೂ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಇರಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರಾರು ಇರಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರಾರು ಇರಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಯವರಾರು ಇರಲಿ, ಯಾರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ತಪ್ಪೆ. ಸದನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಸಚಿವ ಈ ತರ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇರಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು 100% ತನಿಖೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ.
ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ? ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ. ಹನಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರ? ನೀವು ಹಲೋ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಲೋ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಹಲೋ ಅನ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಹಲೋ ಅಂತಾರ? ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನ? ನೀವು ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನ?
ನಿನ್ನೆ ದಿವಸ ಸದನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಗಂಭೀರವಾದಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಯನ್ನ ವಿಚಾರವನ್ನ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಬಸವರಾಜ್ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುನೀಲ್ ಅವರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮಾನ್ಯ ರಾಜಣ್ಣ ಅವರು ಹೌದು ನನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಂಥದ್ದೊಂದು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ನಡೆದಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅವರು ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಇನ್ನೂ ಆ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಆ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸದಸ್ಯರುಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅನೇಕ ಜನರು ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಳಗಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಮಾತನ್ನ, ಅದೇ ಹನಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಹನಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಪ್
ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ ಚೇಂಬರ್ ಇಂದ ಮುಂಚೆ ಬಂದ್ರು ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚಿತವಾಗಿ ನನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರು.
ಸರಿ, ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್.
ಅವ್ರೇನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ಅದೇ ಅಲ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾತಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ,
ನಾನು
ಮೊದಲೇ
ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ತನಿಖೆ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನೂವರೆಗೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಮಾನ್ಯ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ.
There are complaints within BJP itself. They are themselves are trying to trap their own members. So they don't have any moral right to talk, try to link this issue to the seat of CM. I think they're stooping down to the lowest levels.
ನನ್ನ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಚಿವರನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶಾಸಕರನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇದು. ಹಾಗೆ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಒಬ್ಬ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಏನೋ ತಪ್ಪಿ ರಾತ್ರಿ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡೋವಾಗ ಏನೋ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಲ್ದರೆ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರೆ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರೇ, ಮತ್ತೊಬ್ಬ ಮಂತ್ರಿ 2 ಬಾರಿ ಯತ್ನ ನಡೆದಿದೆ ನಮ್ಮ
See, the speaker is giving his usual reasons that we have not behaved properly. That is not the reason. They just want to pass the next bill without any fight. So they are suspending. So many of them they have suspended. The reason being they are going to come up with a Muslim reservation bill now.
Sir, you showing some manner.
Yeah.
What is the matter is that?
This is the 60% loot what the government has done in the state of Karnataka. This is about that. This is about the halal budget what they have presented in the this thing in the.
What is the next step about the suspension?
So we'll see what we have to do. The party will think about it and we'll take an action on that.
Thank you.
ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಅವಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಭ್ರಷ್ಟ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಇವತ್ತು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು.
So that was BJP MLA Bharat Shetty talking about being suspended. One of the MLAs who was suspended from 18 MLAs was suspended from the Karnataka Assembly over disruption and heckling, saying that the Congress government only wants to pass the next bill without any discussions. As can be seen in the visuals on air, they're carrying certain placards attacking the Siddaramaiah government, carrying 60% commission, saying 60% loot placards, which are an attack at the Siddaramaiah government. Now, this is amid the entire honey trap scandal that has rocked the Karnataka Assembly and created a ruckus, during which there was heckling and disruptions, and 18 BJP MLAs have now been suspended for the same. Now we can see the 18 MLAs being marshalled out of the Karnataka Assembly. Visuals that are coming in, this is due to disruptions being caused in the Karnataka Assembly over the honey trap scandal, and this is after the revelation of the Cooperation Minister K.N. Rajanna, who alleged that 48 politicians had fallen victim to honey traps in the state, and there are obscene videos being circulated. Now, the BJP, which is the opposition in Karnataka, stormed the well of the House, raising slogans and demanding a judicial probe into the entire matter. And they also tore papers before the Speaker's chair. And due to these disruptions, 18 MLAs, BJP MLAs, were suspended from the Karnataka Assembly. We just saw certain visuals of BJP MLAs being carried out, being marshalled out of the Karnataka Assembly just now. Now, during the entire ruckus that took place in the Karnataka Assembly, we could see some members were also holding CDs in their hands, which they waved inside the House, saying that they had proof of the alleged honey trap. And the BJP members also staged a dharna for the probe demand. Now, this ruckus happened as Chief Minister Siddaramaiah was speaking in the House and continued even after his assurances. The Chief Minister has continued to defend his government, and he said that there's no question of protecting anyone in the honey trap case, saying that there will be a probe in the entire matter, saying that the government's responsibility is to protect anyone in the case. The Chief Minister also said that according to law, the guilty should be punished, and the Home Minister had replied if Rajanna complained, a high-level probe would be investigated, would be formed. Now, after the entire ruckus that took place in the Karnataka Assembly in the honey trap row, 18 BJP MLAs have been suspended. You can see in the visuals on air that the BJP MLAs who have been suspended are being carried out of the newsroom, are being carried out of the assembly. My colleague Akshata Nandagopal is joining me live on the broadcast from the newsroom. Akshata, what more can you tell us about the BJP MLAs who have been suspended?
There are about 18 MLAs in all who've been suspended by, in fact, the Speaker, UT Khader, their Chetna, because of what we witnessed a few hours ago, when you had these BJP MLAs storming into the well of the House, ripping up sheets of paper, throwing it at the Speaker, allegedly even hurled books at the Speaker and then at Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. All of this because the BJP misunderstood that the finance bill was actually the minority quota bill. So they immediately stormed the well of the House. They even tried to climb atop and take over the Speaker's chair. So soon after that, the assembly was adjourned. Even at that point, marshals came into the assembly, tried to block off these BJP MLAs who had clearly gone on a rampage in the well of the House. So there were very dramatic images that came in. So it was expected that Speaker UT Khader would crack down on many of these MLAs. 18 of them have been identified as the ones who created that ruckus in the well of the House, which is why, dramatically enough, they're being carried out in this manner by marshals from the Vidhana Soudha. Unprecedented scenes that are playing out right now in the Karnataka Assembly. And this is because even inside, once the Speaker announced that, these are the MLAs who are being suspended, they refused to leave, which is why the marshals once again had to be deployed. And then they started carrying out many of these MLAs one after another. 18 of them have been suspended, Chetna, which means that the BJP's numbers also have dwindled in the Assembly. But this was an expected crackdown, seeing the images that we saw a few hours ago of how these MLAs really in the well of the House started targeting the Speaker, which is always warranted action against these legislators. They were seen ripping up sheets of paper, trying to throw it towards the Speaker. And then you had Congress MLAs all gathering around Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to kind of protect him, because allegedly books were being hurled back and forth as well. And despite appeals that came in from the Speaker to calm down, the BJP MLAs weren't listening. They continued their protest in the well of the House, which is why 18 of them have now been suspended. So drama playing out in the Karnataka Assembly. What this also shows you is that when the minority quota bill is actually tabled, you can only imagine the kind of ruckus that will play out as well. Remember that the bill wasn't tabled today. The BJP assumed it was. They were having a discussion on the issue of the alleged honey trapping scandal that's playing out in the Karnataka Assembly. The BJP wanted full focus only on that. It was during that the finance bill was tabled. The BJP misunderstood it to be the bill on minority quota, so immediately stormed the well of the House, went forward with that dramatic protest that I mentioned to you about, how they targeted the Speaker. And then it turned out this wasn't even the minority quota bill, it was a finance bill. But having said that, the BJP is sticking to its guns, maintaining that this kind of action against them, against their MLAs, is unwarranted. They're also maintaining that the only issue they want addressed right now is the honey trapping scandal, and they don't want a discussion on anything else. So from early this morning, from when the Assembly convened, we've been seeing non-stop drama and ruckus playing out, from protests over the honey trapping scandal, which is what you see there with the CDs that were displayed by these MLAs, to protests over the minority quota bill, where all things, of course, got to another extreme of papers being thrown at the Speaker, where books were allegedly hurled at Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, and to now, when you've got 18 BJP MLAs being paraded out, literally carried out by these marshals because they refuse to leave. These are the images that are playing out. And for the BJP, of course, they're going to claim that this is our symbolic protest over the minority quota bill. The reality, however, and I'll repeat this for our viewers, is that the bill wasn't even tabled today in the Karnataka Assembly, Chetna.
Right. Akshata, thanks for bringing us those details. It remains to be seen what happens when the minority bill is actually tabled, like Akshata pointed out. I'm also being joined by my colleague Anagha Keshav, who's on the broadcast with us. Anagha, the entire ruckus that was caused, and I was just speaking to my colleague Akshata, and who pointed out that it was on the assumption that the minority quota bill was being tabled. What more can you tell us about that?
Well, at this point, two bills were passed. One is regarding the finance bill and the other one was regarding the revision in MLA's hike salary. So those two were the bills that was passed in the Assembly. Amid all the ruckus and chaos, it turns out that the BJP had only merely imagined that the 4% reservation quota had been passed. But it turns out that that particular bill is under the Speaker's office. It's currently under the discussion. The government is re-looking into that bill. Meanwhile, the BJP assumed that when the bill was passed, it was regarding the 4% reservation. The BJP, however, says that they want a high-level inquiry headed by a retired justice to be done on the honey trap scandal. Followed that, there was huge ruckus that broke out, with elected representatives hurling papers and books at Chief Minister and the Speaker. Followed that, Speaker UT Khader has taken a decision to suspend 18 BJP MLAs for a period of 6 months. It's actually quite unprecedented. In fact, you can see those visuals, how those BJP MLAs are being carried by marshals. They're being picked up from inside the house to outside. That's the kind of dramatic visuals that we are seeing on our screens, how the BJP MLAs, 18 of them, who behaved in the way that they did by demanding that they want a high-level inquiry headed by a retired justice to be done in the honey trap case. In fact, one of the key directives that, that says is that these 18 MLAs are not allowed to even enter the assembly or the lobby or any of the important galleries.
You have seen 18 MLAs of the BJP.
Tracking that story, I'm going to be coming back to you. I'm going to go to my colleague Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who's outside the Karnataka Assembly.
Is what the BJP MLAs are saying.
I am the devotee of the Baba Sahib Ambedkar. I can proudly say I am the devotee of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. They simply, BJP people, they are creating disturbance in the assembly. So they thrown papers and books in front of the speaker chair and on CM. So Speaker has suspended 18 MLAs for a span of 6 months. What's wrong in it? Speaker has done a fantastic job. It sends a strong message to the country. Speaker is supreme in assembly, no one else. Whether it is BJP or any other party, no one is supreme in assembly. Speaker is the supreme in assembly.
They are saying that 6 months is taking it a bit too far. Would you reconsider, because there's another monsoon session in the 3 months now?
No, why should we reconsider? We strongly oppose. Sir, if the BJP MLAs, 18 MLAs, that disrespect the Speaker, how do you excuse them? So, I don't think so they reconsider. Speaker stand by the decision.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was Congress legislator Pradeep Ishwar standing by the decision of the Speaker, saying that the BJP MLAs disrespected the chair, and the chair took the decision of 6 months of suspension for 18 such MLAs. Remember, there's another 3 months, there's monsoon session that is coming up in June, July, and hence the 18 of them would not be, sir, just, Munepa sir, would not be attending the monsoon session also. As of now, we have seen the visuals of how the marshals in Vidhana Soudha lifted these 18 MLAs on their shoulder and put them out through the east gate of Vidhana Soudha. All 18 of them are out of the assembly premises now. The house has been adjourned for 10 minutes, and now the house will reconvene without these 18 MLAs in the house.
Right. Thanks, Nagarjun, for bringing us those details on that story. 18 BJP MLAs have currently been suspended from the Karnataka Assembly over the ruckus that took place earlier.